If parents fix 4 things in their children, their faith will also be protected, and they will also be saved from becoming liberal. These 4 things are domestic upbringing, the system of education, clothing and food, and relationships and connections. Children's first training begins with the environment at home. Sadly, when a child's education starts, even those parents considered religious admit their children into modern institutions where faith is sold. Parents do not want their children's basic education and upbringing to be in a religious environment. They are ready to pay high fees to foreign systems of education, but are not willing to send them to a religious environment with lower fees. When their hearts and minds are attached to foreign degrees, then naturally their children will become liberal. The first ones responsible for making children liberal are the parents themselves, as they are putting their children on that path from the beginning. Children should be enrolled in educational systems run under religious institutions. When their foundation of faith is strong, they can be saved from becoming liberal. The question arises of how they can then become doctors or engineers. The answer is to admit them into institutions where memorization of the Quran can be completed in 10 years, after which they receive a matriculation certificate. When their religious foundation is strong, then they can be enrolled in modern institutions. Some good religious schools are already working, so admit children there, and afterward, guide them in whichever profession they wish to pursue. Mufti Wali Hassan Tonki said that a child who studies in our school cannot become an atheist. When parents do not have this awareness, then the child becomes liberal. Children should be kept away from the culture of others, and a basic part of this is clothing. From childhood, dress both boys and girls in clothing that aligns with Islamic values, covers their bodies, and reflects modesty. Girls should not be made to wear clothes that diminish modesty from a young age. If children are raised with modest clothing, they will grow up with that habit. Parents often provide the wrong environment in childhood, and then complain when their children demand the same clothing as they grow older. The question is, what kind of training did we give in childhood? Alongside this, children should also be kept from becoming overly attached to foreign foods. Although such foods are halal and not forbidden occasionally, the increasing attachment to pizza, burgers, and junk food promotes foreign culture. While it is fine to occasionally teach girls how to make such foods, they should also be taught how to cook simple meals like curry, bread, and rice, which promote Islamic culture and family traditions. Children should be taught that before marriage, no one is a greater friend than their parents, and after marriage, no one is a greater friend than their spouse and children. Today, parents themselves do not give time to their children, and when they grow up, the children do not give them time either, leaving parents to weep. Children should also be taught modern technology, but parents must watch over them with the strictness of a lion. Everything should be in front of the parents so they know exactly what their child is using. In prayer, children should always be kept with their parents. They should not be allowed to pray with anyone else, as this too has an impact on their upbringing, as seen in the life accounts of senior scholars.